I used to love spring. I loved how new everything felt. After winter, after a cold, snowy winter, the earth would return back to full trees and birds singing.
They're coming from all the way over there.
But now it just reminds me of how we're ruining the earth. I mean, we hardly got any snow this year. And now spring just seems like a confused mess of winter and spring and even summer. We can't be the only ones noticing this, though. I mean, the animals must be confused too. There's no way to know for sure, but they must be, right? Please don't attack me. Please don't. I guess it's pretty, though. What's your name?
Jameson.
And what are your thoughts on climate change?
I don't really have deep thoughts on climate change that much. Honestly, yeah.
What do you think about the environment?
I love the environment. I love nature.
Why do you love nature?
You can take really good pictures in nature, for one. And it's just beautiful. A majority of things are beautiful. Even dead things are beautiful.
What is your name?
TC.
And where do you live?
In Fredericksburg Virginia.
What do you think about climate change?
It's an issue. It should have been solved 20 years ago. I travel around the world for work, and I've been all over from Africa to Asia to I got pretty much most countries, and it's a problem. It's coming. We just don't see it here.
Where should we get our resources from?
Well, that's a great question. It depends. You got to have an economy that will support it, right? Mm-hmm. And politicians that will buy into it. So it's tough, but things are made much cheaper overseas because of a lack of, restrictions and regulations. So it is cheaper to do it there. So that's why people do it overseas.
Do you think that the goal to get carbon neutral by 2050 is
realistic?
Realistic. Do you think it's a realistic goal?
Only if everybody gets on the same page. The problem is what we see as realistic here in the U.S. may not be realistic in other countries.
Yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a big struggle with regulations, the EPA, and then people wanting to make a change. When will we see that change? I don't know. But I know have you been overseas yet? Have you ever traveled to a foreign country?
No.
When you do, you will see the impact of what you're talking about. You will see the damage. You will see the effects on people, on the children, on the systems. You'll see the lack of funding and the lack of land and the misuse of resources overseas because they don't have regulations. So it is a balance. And, I think it's more real once you've seen it. But, yeah, it's a huge issue.
Thank you. That was some great answers. All right, what's your name?
Sean.
And where do you live?
Fredericksburg.
What do you think about climate change?
I think that what do I think about climate change? I think that a lot of the climate has changed over the centuries and over the decades, and there's a possibility or probability that some of it is tied to pollutions and off-putting of gases and things, but I also think that some of it is just cycles in the earth and the environment. I would think that eventually we get off of the use of coal and other fossil fuels, but I don't think it would be in any of our lifetimes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
My name is Diana Guzman.
I'm Teresa Felipe.
We're besties.
Yeah.
And where do you guys get your clothes from?
These pants I stole from my brother. I get a lot of them from secondhand from my siblings or hand-me-downs. It's what you do with a big family. I try my best not to shop at firsthand. I try to thrift as much as I can.
I shop at Ross a surprising amount and a lot. Most of my outfit is actually thrifted. Everything, including the shoes, is thrifted. I try not to shop at very fast fashion stores, but when I do shop at Forever 21, I usually buy purses, and they'll last me about 2-3 years before I even consider donating them. So I'm really good with clothing because I love fashion. I feel like fashion should be something. If we want to look good, we got to think good,
Yeah. It's all about intention, really, as well. Thinking about what you put on your body.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think, especially in this day and age, from where we are, it's really hard to avoid fast fashion, especially like considering like your income or like our income as college students. Like you want to avoid it as much as possible, but again, it's hard. Like it's really hard to avoid it. And so I don't blame people too much for shopping fast fashion if they can't afford to do anything else. But if like people have like a lot of money and an excess amount of money and they're just doing it.
Yes, it gets me so upset when influencers with a lot of money get sponsors from Fashion Nova, buy thousands or get sent thousands of clothes and end up wearing them once, when it's all really depending on the price point that you can't afford. Realistically, it makes me very disappointed when big influencers, you know, like promote Dolls Kill, Fashion Nova, all these other things. It's just like, girl, please, you know? What about the other stores? Yeah.
What do you guys think about just climate change in general?
Well, it's definitely real. I mean, just like experiencing just the seasons here, like it's definitely real. It's a big problem, and I think like we definitely need to make immediate changes to fix it. And even then, like it's not something that can be changed or reversed.
Agreed. There's so much going on that it tends to be put last. We talk about inflation, we talk about race politics, but we don't really talk about the earth because it just tends to be the last thing we think about, when in reality it's what we do every single day. Like we go out and we see the earth. Yeah. In a busy world, it just happens to get flooded out with everything that's going on.
I mean, like all those things are important, but it's also like making sure that you're taking care of like the floating rock in space that we live on.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What do you guys think about the spring this year?
Girl, where's the spring? It's nothing.
Like, I'm all bundled up. It's first
cold.
day of spring.
Today?
Like, today's first day of spring. Yeah.
You would think.
You wouldn't think it. But then like a week before spring break, we were like I was wearing shorts. Yeah, like it's insane that it's this
40 degrees during spring. That's not spring.
No.
It is not spring. It's like a premature spring.
Like I
it's
went
fall.
Over spring break. I went to London and I came back and it was colder here.
Oh my
That's actually wild.
Like it shouldn't be like that. And it
She's like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
My name's Maya.
Hi, my name's Amanda.
Hi, my name's Veronica.
Madison.
All right. The trees are being
sad.
I'll start. I'm on. No. Earlier today, like I haven't been here because I'm like at college, but earlier today when we drove by like the trees where they usually are, and I saw all of them down, it was kind of sad and it made me a little angry.
Why did it make you angry and why did it make you sad?
Good question.
I feel like it's so unnecessary. Like, we have housing here. I think we have enough. I think we have too much already.
Like, yeah, what is the point?
Yeah, I mean, I get like the money,
we make
but
more
like,
money. We want to live.
money,
like,
guys. Like,
yeah, it's like, don't we need trees to live?
Yes.
Why are we cutting them down? Like, down.
down.
We're cutting them down for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
what she said, like, there's no reason for them to be cutting the trees down.
And like when we were little, like I would go there all the time with my friends. Like we would hang out there. We would go to the river. Like we saw it before, like when they were first building the reservoir there.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy.
Cross
Like,
it.
going down there, like there were a bunch of rocks. It was so cool, and like it's just depressing seeing it be taken away just for stupid, like all the housing to look the same again, and like another. It's so dumb.
We are residents here, and we don't approve of this.
We demand that they stop
Let's
construction.
plant those trees where
They took thousands and thousands of years, so they're like
they had to plant every single tree they
you're
took
gonna
down.
regret
They
this
need to-
later, man.
when your life is gone.
When is it enough? When we can't breathe?
Can I sit?
Sure, yes. What's your name?
Madison Granum.
What do you think about climate change?
Oh, I think it's sad, but it's happening. And I think that's a sad realization. I mean, we're gonna die. I don't know, that's kind of what I like think about when I think of climate change. Like, it can only get worse. The animals are already being affected. That's pretty sad. And now, selfishly, we're gonna be affected. But it's our fault.
Why do you think oil is so important?
because
everybody
uses it.
Fuels Earth.
Yeah.
Do you think it's so important that we need to further harm the earth for it?
No.
I feel like it's been so ingrained in society. Like we need it.
We don't need to use an insane amount of oil like that.
That too.
The thing is like we have literally everything at our fingertips when we don't actually need everything at our fingertips.
What they said really stuck with me. Not only does everything come easily for us, it also comes with the sacrifice of depleting the Earth's condition. While it seems as though everyone is aware of this sacrifice, what really matters is whether or not we accept climate change. Whether or not we actually care about losing the beautiful world that surrounds us, or if we fight to protect it. And even if you don't think so, what you choose makes a huge impact.
If I love